I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Do you love the movies? Do you miss going to the video store, acid wash, jeans, and MTV with music? I know we do. Welcome to Mike and Anthony Soda Pop Culture Club. Me, Mike, along with my co-hosts, my daughter, Alyssa.
Woo!
Woo! And Anthony.
Are you saying I'm not who I say I am?
I am saying that. Bring our take on a classic movie every Monday from the 80s, 90s, and beyond, during which we will play the game. And we will open up a 6-pack or more of our favorite scenes. We also point out a couple of generic scenes as well. And at the end of the show, we will rate the movie 1 to 24 cans. 1 can is, I don't know.
Cameron's spying on you naked in the pool room.
I guess that could be, or eating warm gummy bears from somebody's pocket.
That's fuck.
I just don't know which one's worse, you know. And 24 cans is being Cameron spying on someone naked in the pool room. That's pretty fun.
You know, so this is kind of funny. We just did Speed, and here we have another movie, not only with Alan Ruck in it, but with another annoying fuck you have to sit beside on a bus.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, a bus movie. Both bus movies in their own rights. Very minor part in this one, though. Minor part. But before we get to all that, Anthony wants to tell you some things that we want you to do.
I'd like Alyssa to do it because she does such a good job.
Alrighty.
Give us your spiel.
Alrighty. If you like this podcast, or if you don't, go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. You know the whole deal. And if you mention a movie you'd like to get reviewed, they probably will do it in your review.
Boom shakalaka.
Just make sure it's in that review and all that, because we've done that and we like doing that, and it makes us happy. We like to we like to please our audience once in a while.
Sometimes.
I mean, at least once in a while. All right, are we ready for the trailer?
Boom.
Here we go.
Yes.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
What is so dangerous about a character like Ferris Bueller is he gives good kids bad ideas.
Well, why should he get to skip school when everybody else has to go? Syphilitic meningitis?
He never gets caught.
This guy in my biology class said that if Ferris dies, he's giving his eyes to Stevie Wonder.
Well, he's very popular, Ed.
I recall Central Park in fall.
Ferris Bueller, do you know him? Yeah, he's getting me out of summer school.
They think he's a righteous dude.
Think he'll be alive this weekend?
I can see him denying popular belief, setting off on some impossible mission.
Jeopardizes my ability to effectively govern this student body.
He does whatever he wants,
You know, as long as I've known him, everything works for him.
whenever he wants,
He's very cool.
and he never gets nailed.
Ferris can do anything.
Oh, he's such a sweetie.
Wake up and smell the coffee, Mrs. Bueller. It's a fool's paradise. He is just leading you down the primrose path.
Matthew Broderick.
Bueller. Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Because life is too beautiful a thing to waste.
That is some misleading music for this movie.
And I want to say, I was just talking before we started recording, me and the kid were talking, and the first cut of this is 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I feel a couple of the lines in that trailer must have been in that longer cut, because I don't remember them in the movie. Like the one where where the one girl talks about him, I forget what, like religion or something. There's some things that didn't make the cut. I'm just gonna say in that trailer. But go ahead, Anthony. You have some numbers.
I got some numbers. Here is our breakdown. Directed by John Hughes, starring Matthew Broderick, Mia Sara, Alan Ruck, Jennifer Grey, Jeffrey Jones, Sidney Pickett, Eddie McClurg, Lyman Ward, and a little bit of some Charlie Sheen. Ferris Bueller's Day Off was released on June 11th, 1986, taking in $70.7 million at the box office against a piss-ass measly $5 million budget. Score 7.8 out of 10 on IMDb and 81% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Whew. That's some real money.
That is some big dick swinging shit right there.
You got to think of that, though. Just 8 years later, though, we did it with Speed, which we did last week, and it did $350 million about at the same time of the year. Of course, its budget was 6 times more, so when you look at that, it actually equals out,
Yeah.
So there you go. So yeah, both big hits. We do big hits here. We only do the hits on our podcast.
We only do the hits except when we get requests, and we have to do Crybaby
or Girl. Sorry.
Don't. Kidding.
I'm piling on again.
Hey, I get Girl a good rating, so it's in my wheelhouse. I don't even care what you say. No, we've done other requests that have been some box office hits too.
Really? I don't remember.
We did one with Mark Wahlberg's big fake dick.
Oh yeah, Boogie Nights.
We got some requests for some bigger movies.
But you wanted that to be real, so that's kind of weird.
No, I don't. It scared me.
Oh, okay.
Anything big enough to close a kitchen cabinet by itself? No, too much.
Without standing on your tippy toes?
Exactly.
That is definitely, and I'm not saying that anybody's tried that because that would be weird.
Ew.
All right, are we ready for your favorite time?
Yeah, we're ready to
let's go. Come on.
All right, these people love this. It's called The Game, and you guys know the game. It's where I'm going to read 3 movie reviews. 2 of them are real, 1 of them is fake, and once again, all they have to do, they have one job in this world, and that's to pick the fake one. And they are so good, and I'm going to say they are so talented. The last episode, they were able to each pick one different real one, so they are getting really good at this.
We are good at this game.
That's my partner right there.
Hell yeah.
Let me fuck up your game.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm picking the 4th one today.
I'll add a 4th one if you need to, but then that would definitely be fake. Because
then
I don't have a real
what do you
one.
mean?
And I win.
No, because not the original fake one.
Oh, whatever. Shut up.
You're such a turd.
It's Bob Bobberson. No. Here we go. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Jim Dodge, Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Ferris is annoying and arrogant. Insufferable characters like Ferris don't deserve the popularity they achieve. Adam Smith, Empire Magazine. Sporadically hilarious with roots that run far deeper than expected. Matt Brunson, Film Frenzy. The picture is ultimately too surface skimming and scattershot to have such delusions of greatness thrust upon it.
So you said thrust.
Yeah.
All right. I think I know mine.
Plus and thrust.
All right. What's yours?
I think I'm going to guess the second one.
Okay.
Just because the name Adam Smith is too generic. Also, it's the name of like a historical figure, so.
I'm going to win this time.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to guess the first one, and he fucking knows I'm going to win.
It's not fair. This is not fair.
Here's the thing. He never reads the last names of characters. Somehow he knows the last name of this fucking character. How do you know that?
What is it?
It's Frank Wally's character in the movie we're about to do, Career Opportunities.
That is not fair.
No, it is fair because you don't understand how many times I get him and he gets pissed because he doesn't know.
No, it's because he'll give a full name of somebody where their last name is never fucking mentioned in that movie anywhere. But expects like, oh, you should have got that because that's Vicky's last name from fucking American Pie, and I called her Victoria on top of it. Idiot.
Yeah, but well, Victoria is her name on the script. So what do you want me to do? So I'm sorry, kiddo.
You should have. See, now this is what you would have done though. Normally, you would have given me the fucking name that was on his janitor uniform that's not even his, and expect me to get it.
Oh, what was that? What was that name? What was that name? I forget that one.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's funny. That would have been good. But you knew Jim Dodge. Okay. Oh, whatever.
Meanie.
Like Daryl or something or Darnell.
That's not mean, kid. You got to understand that was me trying to get him, and
yeah,
I
but
failed.
what about me wanting to win?
Well, see, you need to watch more movies.
I'm busy.
There's that. Well, she
You're
actually
too
is
busy to be dicking around with us right now.
Obviously, we almost pushed this time back because of me.
And we didn't, because we will not cater to your needs.
We will not bow to your insolence.
Hey, part of this show.
Something I wanted to talk about right up front on this because we love the movie. It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We love this movie, but I wanted to tell because we were just looking at some things, like I said before, people who wanted to be Ferris. And I think this, when we used to do these things and we used to give the facts, Anthony, a lot, movie facts, it seemed like there's always a list of people who were going to be in a movie. And this one has a pretty good list. And I want your opinion. We have Rob Lowe, John Cusack, Jim Carrey, Johnny Depp, Tom Cruise, Robert Downey Jr., and Michael J. Fox. Any one of those, could they have been Ferris to you?
Michael J. Fox could have.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see, I hate to say it, but I could see Tom Cruise, but barely.
That Tom Cruise at that time, maybe.
Tom Cruise at the time, yeah.
I can't.
His risky business energy could have been good in this.
I couldn't see him as that. I could see him as Charlie Sheen's drug addict character, the little cameo there.
I mean, I could see Johnny Depp would kill that role.
The drug role. Yeah.
Oh,
Johnny
shit.
Depp.
I can't see Jim Carrey doing this movie and it keeping the same energy. I feel like it'd be too comical,
He might have been able to do Alan Ruck's character, but I think that the thing is, here's the thing about Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey now, I like way better than Jim Carrey then.
Absolutely.
So if you take Jim Carrey's temperament now and put him in Jim Carrey 1986 or 85 and make this, I'm a happy guy.
Oh no, you give me Jim Carrey as the principal. I think we got something there.
Yeah.
Can I throw one more out for possible Ferris? Just to get your opinion. Emilio!
Well, we were just talking about that. Do you know what part he was offered in this? It was Cameron, and he turned it down. So there you go. And so did Anthony Michael Hall. Didn't we? We're just talking about this. Well, obviously, everyone John Hughes worked with turned parts down. Another part that was turned down that we were looking at, we were just reading about, Bill Paxton turned down the garage attendant role.
Oh, shit.
And he regrets it. He regretted it later.
I think Anthony Michael Hall I could see pulling off Ferris probably too.
I think he's a little too meek. I think Matthew Broderick has just the amount of nerd and just the amount of confidence that he could kind of bridge that gap. I think back then Hall was a little too nerd side. That's why he did those dumb movies like Run.
I disagree because I think if you watch him in Weird Science,
watch him in Johnny Be Good and tell me you think he's really cool.
Watch him in fucking Dead Zone and tell me he can't do it. What the hell?
Dead Zone's a good show, but that's not the same thing. He's much older and looks different. I mean, I think he's an older version of himself. He's not a 12-year-old looking boy.
I think he could have pulled it off. I'm just saying. Not as well, but I think he could have pulled it off.
No. Okay, so you love this movie. I love this movie. This is probably just going to be a gush fest over what we love and a lot of our favorite things in this movie. I'm going to come out with a 6-pack right away. And that, for me, is the breaking the fourth wall. I like that about this movie. I like how it talks to you. And the thing is what people don't understand is that it wasn't a foreign concept to Matthew Broderick at the time because he was starring in a play by Neil Simon and had already starred in one called Brighton Beach Memoirs. And he was starring in Biloxi Blues where his character breaks the fourth wall on a play all the time. So it felt really natural, the transition for him to go from that to this movie. So, and you could tell he just oozed confidence. I mean, he's Ferris, he can do whatever he wants.
He is Ferris.
What do you think, Anthony?
I think he can do whatever he wants because he has a computer.
Who breaks the fourth wall better?
Deadpool.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
I think it's Ferris, but that's me. He's the OG.
It depends. Well, it depends on the context. I mean, in terms of like a cute little child teen movie,
right? Or someone that's going to bend over and butt fuck the fourth wall.
Exactly.
Ryan Reynolds probably watched this, and that has always been in his mind as the way to break the fourth wall.
Yeah,
so I would say this is the OG.
Obviously.
Yeah, he's he is channeling his inner Ferris during that movie.
Inner Ferris.
Yeah.
I have an inner ferret. Is that the same thing? I don't know.
Stop.
It depends. It can be.
Actually, my daughter, knows this. For many years of my life, I was compared to Matthew Broderick. I was a doppelganger.
Oh my God, yeah.
People would say, you look like Ferris Bueller.
I watched this movie with my friends again because they had never seen it. and my best friend in the whole wide world, bless her, but she said, you know, this guy reminds me a lot of your dad. And I was like, don't even start. I was like, do not even mention it. I already know.
If you see me at that age, like back in the late 80s, early 90s, I was skinny, and you saw me. I looked like him then, even
and
way
it's
more
also
than I would
your
now.
temperament. You're just like goofy.
All right, that alone, I'm about to take 3 points off my review for that shit.
So what's a 21 now?
You're ruining this goddamn movie for me already.
We just scored a 21, and we didn't even mean to.
I also have a 6-pack right out of the bat.
Whoa! Let's hear it.
You know this. You have the notes in front of you.
Yeah.
The whole time he's like he's weirdly nerdy, so he has this little goofy walk he does the whole time where he kind of just he just like shuffles and he swings his hips a little. It's so cute.
he has a shimmying gait, as they would say. A shimmying gait.
Funny. I think it just adds to the movie like so much. I don't know if it's just like something that was a conscious choice or it just happened.
He's like a little sashaying leopard.
You do wonder when they're filming those scenes if John Hughes goes, "Oh, that's great, do that, do that," or like, "You look like a dumbass, but it'll play, trust me."
Yeah.
just walk like you're going across the kitchen floor in socks the whole time.
Walk like you're pinching one off and can't get to the restroom.
Like you're not even lifting your feet to walk.
It's just a shuffle. The feet are barely moving. Like barely lifting.
When you think about it that way now, it's like, is he actually walking in this movie? I don't know.
It's Ferris Bueller. He levitates. He doesn't walk.
He's just on a treadmill, and they just show the ankles up, and he just goes.
Yeah.
Or maybe maybe he's on a Segway before they were even fucking invented, and we don't even know.
Green screen Segway.
I don't plug other podcasts often, but if you want to hear a great podcast about the history of the guy who invented that, the Cayman or whatever his name is, on the Dollop, they have one, and you actually learn how the Segway came to be. I'm just gonna say it's ridiculous.
You've endorsed this podcast on here before, so don't.
You want to know why? Because they do good shit, and if someone does good shit, you should go listen to it.
I'm just gonna let's just be honest right now. Do you think anyone that listens to this wants a recommendation for a good podcast? I don't think that's in their wheelhouse.
I think if they're still listening, they're probably saying, "What else can I listen to that would pass my time?" And I just gave them a reason to leave. So hey, you're welcome.
Go.
If you still hear this and haven't left already, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
That's all I'm saying. You are welcome. But I know what Anthony loves. You know what Anthony loves? He loves seeing Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That's one of my 6-packs.
Just say, go for it, buddy.
It is. That's one of my 6-packs right there. Because not realizing it until years later that, holy shit, Christy Swanson's in that.
It's strange because I think Buffy the Vampire Slayer came out like 90, 91. And that's like 4 or 5 years later, and she's still in high school. so that's fucked up.
South Park is still in elementary school. Bart Simpson's still 10 years old, so
Bart Simpson's eternally 10 years old.
Yeah.
That is true.
Buffy was 92.
92. So 6 years later, she's still in high school. So this can't be in the same universe, unfortunately.
No, really?
It's super bad. She's still in high school. So what the fuck?
Oh, you're right. Shizzle bits, man.
Yes.
My gosh, she just couldn't get over that high school thing. She tried. She did the movie The Chase with Charlie Sheen.
Oh God, yes, where they fuck in a moving, speeding car.
Yeah, but it's a really good movie.
Speed.
It's a really good movie?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, the concept is so brilliant.
God, I'm not listening to the Fast and Furious fanboy
anymore. I really believe that OJ thought he saw the chase and thought, I can do that. I can run like they did.
But I'm going to get a driver and be smart about it. I'm going to get a driver.
Yeah. Because that's pretty much the premise, running for the border or whatever.
It's so much easier to fuck in the back when you got a driver in the front.
Yeah, but OJ didn't have anybody else in the car with him. So
there's allegedly.
Allegedly. Everything's alleged. Yeah, he never.
I already made 2 fucking OJ references in back-to-back episodes.
That's what I'm saying. I was about to say, you made an OJ reference last one.
Both of them are police chases on the highway. That's why when I mentioned the chase, and they're both, And they're LA, they're California. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do?
Oh my God.
I can't help that. But what I can help is, I was wondering because, so his day off is like from school. And so what time do you think he starts school? 7:45, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7:45 to 8 is around.
So when he calls Cameron, I just realized for the first time, because I never really thought about it, he's having boat drinks at 8 a.m. next to the swimming pool in his wicker furniture. Like,
he can dream about being on a cruise,
Yeah, because that's pretty much what it looked like. I'm just going to throw it out there. He thought he was on a cruise at 8 a.m. calling Cameron. That to me was just a little too early in the morning. Is that too early for you, Anthony, for a drink?
It is 8:20 right now. I think he needs one.
If it's
to get through with you.
30 seconds into this shit every time I need one. Like if it was on like a vacation day kind of thing.
Yeah.
On a school day, no, not so much. But like if you were on vacation or something, you go like once in a while, that's okay. But typically, no, that's a tad bit early.
You wait a couple hours.
I like at least for the dew to be off the grass first. How about that?
Because think about this day. Let's think about this day. He's at 8 a.m. He's drinking. Go ahead.
I was going to actually say that's my generic for the movie.
Okay, because we're gonna go over the timeline. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, so somehow we get drinks. We go to the World Trade. We go to the World Trade Center, Chicago. Where else? We go to baseball game. We go out to eat. We go to a parade, art museum.
The baseball game alone.
Oh my God.
And this is not baseball games are shortened this year by like a half hour. This is back when they were probably an hour and a half longer, 4 hours.
Game alone, even going to it, getting in and out with traffic, unless like
they only stay for 2 hours.
Actually, he's never been to Wrigley. Wrigley, actually getting in and out of Wrigley is quite easy. It's right off the red line from the loop. You just get off, you're in within 5 minutes.
Which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Still. Like fucking walking out to the car is going to take you 20 minutes. Like,
they went to the country club too.
Way too much. It's not fucking possible.
I agree. There's just too much. Now, that being said, though, I mean, the timeline doesn't, but I will say this, the whole timeline doesn't mirror school as much as it mirrors the parents' work schedule. So the parents, let's say they get off at 6.
Yeah, they got home at 6.
So he had 10 hours. 10 hours in that day, but he wasted how much of it before he picked up Sloan? I would say they didn't get there till 9.
So here's the other thing. It's funny because you said this original cut was 2 hours and 45 minutes?
Yes.
What else did they have to fucking cut out that he did in his 24-hour day?
It's funny. We looked that up. Do you want to know what? There was a scene where Cameron, Ferris, and Sloan go to a strip club that was cut out.
There, okay. Now,
and you know what? The movie executives told them they couldn't do it because they were running too long, and I actually agree with that. I think if that's in this movie, it's not as good. This movie is not as good with the stripper scene.
I'd still like to see it though.
You want to see strippers?
I want to know what's the premise here. That it's just those two at the strip club. First of all, is Ferris fucking on the pole now? Did he come out in pasties?
He probably
as much as everyone loves Ferris, I'm guessing somehow he's on the stage.
Or is he the strip club DJ?
Yeah. You're our best customer. Welcome back, Ferris.
Or he's just
feeling better,
getting free lap dances from all the strippers because they all think he's a righteous dude.
Or he think he's dying.
I don't know when the Make-A-Wish Foundation came in, but I'm somehow thinking Ferris could have had a Make-A-Wish with a stripper. I don't know. That could be.
You're
could
whack.
have been. Yeah, but it can happen. But he keeps saying he's sick all the time, and isn't that what they do? They make wishes come true for sick people.
So
if you have chronic illness,
he's Ferris. He obviously has something.
Why does Ferris have a girlfriend? I'm sure he's banging 50% of the school, and only because 50% is probably female. He would have banged 100%.
Like the chick on the phone says, "How's your bod?"
Exactly.
Like, how does she know about his bod? You know.
Also, they were never explicitly together because the principal asked who is she with, and the Grace, she said that she was hanging out with Forrest, so they weren't even explicitly together.
That's true. Although they were going to get married, in the World Trade Center. So, but
today,
I want to throw my 6-pack since you said that, because Grace also said in that particular thing when she's talking about who he's hanging out with, she calls him a righteous dude. I like that. I like how she says righteous dude.
That's another one of my 6-packs. Actually, is Grace.
Oh, you're sharing one.
Oh, just Grace?
Yes, Grace.
I'll agree with that. Yeah,
I love her in this.
She ad-libbed the righteous dude line, though. We looked that up. We were reading some things. See, what happens when you do research? You just know shit. You just know shit. You just do.
You do. Jim Dodd.
I love that.
You just know shit.
You just know shit. He's a righteous dude. Although, I want to say, you're talking about Sloane and how you wonder. I personally thought Ferris Bueller was out-kicking his coverage with her. I thought he's kind of a nerdy guy.
No,
he's not athletic. He's charming, but I mean, he's a little, he's not. I don't know how to put it.
So are you trying to compare him to you?
He's like me, so even I'm more athletic than Ferris Bueller. I mean, let's get real.
And to add on to that,
Ferris Bueller is very athletic. You see that whole chase scene getting home?
That is true.
That is true. Like a champ. He is athletic.
He did. But I do have to say, like, how was he popular with everyone? Like, literally everybody knows him. And he's just this weird guy. Is it because his family's, like, rich or something?
It's that. It's also the fact that I bet you he hooks people up with a lot of shit. You want your grade
social media, by the way.
You want your grade change? I was in war games. I can fucking make that happen. You want drugs? I got Charlie Sheen drugs. I can get you the same thing.
He's the fixer?
I'm saying he's the go-to guy.
He's a fixer. That's what those are called.
GGTK. He's the good guy to know.
Actually, my daughter knows what he is. Tell him what, because I have your notice here. What is he really?
I said that his character was manipulative, and that's probably why he only had one friend.
But he has a lot of people who love him, but none of them are his friend. They only like him probably for what he can do for them. And he manipulates his relationships. I believe that.
I'm sure he does, and he does a damn good job at it.
You know why? I'm that guy. I have one friend.
Mm-hmm.
Your daughter?
You're my daughter. You're right. My daughter. It sounds like I have one friend. It's my daughter.
It's like I also think it's like once the reputation spreads, I mean, the fucking police force is rooting for him to pull through from his mysterious illness.
He has his name on Wrigley. I mean, everyone in Chicago.
He knows how to work the system somehow.
Yeah.
And it works.
He's bigger than life. That's what
bigger than fucking Elvis.
Yeah, in Chicago. I love it. I love it. Now I want to get to my kids generic. I want you to go because I want you to talk about this because I have something to say about that. But put out your generic that you have here.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to think of something I didn't like about this movie, which is, a bit hard. But one thing that really, it bugged me is that all of the students in the school, all of the scenes of them being bored. I think after the first one, we kind of get it. And I feel like there could have been some footage in that extra hour that they cut out they could have used instead.
Like a stripper scene. Yeah.
Not a stripper scene, but, something.
You got to understand, though, you have to refresh the audience's mind of what Ferris is missing out on. And why
I would agree with that. It sets the stage. And you got to think about this. When you see how bored those students are, you got to remember, we didn't have a computer in our hands all day long that we could play with. We had to sit there and just listen and had a textbook and paper to write on. And that was it. So you were really bored. It gives you some PTSD of sitting in study hall or some shit when you had nothing to do back in the 90s.
And if you didn't have a computer, you had to skip school like Ferris because the thing weighed 537 pounds.
Yeah, because you couldn't take it to school. Yeah. Oh, that synthesizer in his room? We were looking it up. Do you know that cost, just the synthesizer cost $8,000?
I was
back in that day.
And that's the whole joke in it. She got a car, I got a computer. I think your shit is worth way more than her fucking, her Ford Fiesta or whatever the hell she was driving.
It's a Pontiac Fiero.
There you go.
So you should know that.
I knew it was a Fiero. I was just trying to think, what the fuck was that?
But but you want to know something? There on each car, did you notice the license plates?
Yeah.
Speaking of cars, now her car, you never see it but her license plate says TBC, which stands for, kiddo?
Oh, the Breakfast Club?
Yeah, the Breakfast Club. The mom's car has VCTN. What does that stand for, Anthony? Do you know?
The what?
The mom's car has VCTN on her license plate. What do you think that stands for?
Venereal.
This
C
tells you
word.
he knows nothing about John
Yeah.
Hughes. This is what this tells you. Vacation for Vacation movie, because he wrote the movie National Lampoon's Vacation.
All right, good deal. Don't fucking care.
What?
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Nice.
And the father's car had M, mom. What do you think that MMOM? What do you think that was for, Anthony?
MMOM.
Yeah, this should be easy for you.
It should be.
Mr. Mom would
Mr.
start
Mom.
Michael because he also wrote that, I guess.
Why didn't he put MR Mom then? And also,
I don't know. What do we know?
No, never mind. Just
maybe they were actual license plates. Maybe they actually got them. That's the thing.
What the fuck? Like, we never find out for sure what exactly his parents do for a living.
Yes, we do.
We do.
We know exactly. She is, because she asked it, and I answered. Real estate is what the mother does. She sells houses, and the father sells advertising. Remember, he's trying to up the guy's advertising budget at Chez Louis or whatever it is.
I was just trying to
Yeah, because I asked when we were watching, and we ended up figuring it out. We looked for
I'm
it.
like,
yeah,
like it's like you got Zach Morris parents.
Yeah, that's you're right.
Money falling out of your ass.
But that's what I tell her. They're that rich, but that house seems kind of modest for as much money as they seem to have. I
don't know. We didn't see the basement or the loft. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean that neighborhood looked really nice.
Yes, it was nice. It was a nice neighborhood.
And the whole driveway with that looking thing. That's a
circular driveway.
That's a circular driveway. That's how you know it's a nice house. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I've seen some real shitholes that have dirt circular driveways.
It was paved and landscaped, not dirt.
Exactly. The paving and the landscaping, you know they're spending money on that shit.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Again,
obviously.
Your driveway's not circular, Anthony. Okay.
Exactly. Like,
you need what I would love you to do, and I'm just going to tell you this: if you want to make me happy, is you should make a driveway that starts at the corner of your street where you have to keep it up, and then goes all the way back around to your house, so that I can just do a big loop and come back out. That would be nice.
I love that. Every time, like this is what I'd like you to do to your house for me. I'd like you to change this. I'd like you to build this. I'd like you to knock that fucking wall down. I'd like you to paint it this color. And while we're at it, give me a gumball machine.
You know what? Here's what I'm going to tell you. I have a 6-pack that I think fits you. It fits you because it's the line that Ferris used, and I think you would use this with me right now. It's understanding that lets people like us tolerate people like you.
Oh, yeah.
I think you have a lot of understanding, so you can tolerate me.
I do. A lot of understanding. It's brown, and it comes in a glass bottle. That's my understanding to tolerate you when we do this shit. For today, because
two girls in a cup or whatever it is.
Still dew on the grass.
Yeah, whatever.
Actually, I forgot to even take my cup up from last night.
But I want to say before that scene though, where he says that, I've always wanted to be the Sausage King in Chicago. When I first saw that, I wonder what that is, to be the Sausage King in Chicago.
I bet you did. I mean,
wouldn't you like to be that guy?
I mean, that is my other 6-pack in the movie. The whole Abe Froman bit is.
Oh, really?
That's my favorite part of the movie. I love that.
There are good T-shirts that people have made with that on there.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them.
Maybe we should make our own. I don't know. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind Abe Froman.
Personally, that's the shenanigan I like the least.
Really?
Out of all of them.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just something about it. It doesn't seem as fun as all the other ones. It lacks. I don't know, like a charm to me.
Okay. I'll give you that. I mean, I see where you could come from, but I think the setup and that line is good.
I think the dialogue is good. It's just, I don't know. It's the scene itself. I
also want to know, did Ferris pay for their lunch, or did they just say put it on the Sausage King's tab? Or
probably tab.
It was, it's probably tab.
And or comped because they treated him like shit.
The whole,
Was it just
Even
a
though they were
restaurant,
right.
or was it kind of like a country club type of deal?
That's a
A
restaurant.
restaurant.
Okay, okay.
And here's the thing I want to say about that. Once again, and this speaks to what my daughter said. He's manipulative. He manipulated a situation to get somebody feel like shit for how they treated him. When in reality, he's the one being the bad guy.
For the second time.
Good job, Ferris. You own that shit.
He knows how to use. But I want to say this, and I don't know about you, Anthony. I've been to some fancy restaurants.
Mhm.
Ones that cost a lot of money. If that is that what constitutes fancy, I don't know. But there has never been a place where there are wet combs in a jar or a guy to help me out. And I wondered, is all that shit in that restroom in that restaurant, is it that guy's and he's letting you use his shit and that's why you give him a tip? I mean, I don't understand this because I've never seen it in real life. Like and I've been to a lot of places.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've been where there's like bathroom attendants, but
what the fuck do they do?
What do they do?
I think they just keep it tidy and shit, but like not anything where I had this or like the spread and career opportunity knocks.
Yeah,
and all the breath spray and gum, and he's just pocketing all the shit he can. No, I never had that. It would be nice, but also, you know what? I take that back. It would not be nice because, first of all, think about this. Like some of them, that, you know, when you've seen that, it's like they've got fucking Banaka for everybody to use and different stuff like that. I ain't touching that shit in a public bathroom.
In 1986, you would have.
Not in any year. I don't know whose hands have touched what. Like you go to get a stick of gum out of the thing, like you're touching the other ones to like I know.
What about the wet combs? The combs in the wet comb jar.
Fuck that shit. I don't know what it's wet from. Also, like if the bathroom attendant is wearing white gloves and he's just gonna drop them in my mouth, maybe I'd go for that. But that's about it.
Wow.
White glove service is what you want.
Exactly.
I'm going to come over to your house with a bottle of Tic Tacs and some white gloves, and we're going to get it on, my friend.
Here we go. Now I have to start drinking. It's fucking 8:37.
But, you know, I want to get to the principal a little bit. And I'm going to say my generic right up front on this because we have to. The principal, in real life, this guy, what's his name? Jeffrey, whatever his name is? Jeffrey Jones. He was busted for possession of underage pornography.
I did not know that.
In 2002. And it hurts the movies kind of like it's not as bad as the Kevin Spacey effect at this time, but it's harder for me to watch it, you know. And I'm sorry I ruined that for you. I'm glad you didn't have that knowledge.
I had no fucking clue.
So when you see this and you see him trying to go into a house and
the
kid
girl.
Yeah, and you see him on a bus with a girl handing him hot gummy bears out of her
behind a girl and say, "Your ass is mine."
Yes. It doesn't age well, the role, in light of that, but you know, I just had to mention that now so that we
awesome if you watched it up till 2002. After that, it's a little different.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't that suck? Fuck these celebrities sometimes and how they make a good piece of art that we enjoy, and then they have to go and make us feel dirty for watching it.
Piece of ass on the internet. That's fucked up.
We feel dirty for watching your shit because you're a piece of shit.
Like that just fucking ruined Howard the Duck for me, and now I'm pissed.
Oh, Howard the Duck.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think Howard the Duck ruined Howard the Duck. I don't know that he.
I guess the only
you just like it because it's set in Cleveland. Go ahead.
The only piece about that, at least with Howard the Duck, he's like turns into the bad alien fuckhole.
Oh, he's a piece of shit in that. Yeah, he is.
At least there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can have that. Sometimes you can but I was getting to that because, you know, he goes to Ferris's house and Ferris has pushed the thing and all of a sudden all the electronics kick in. And I was thinking to myself, how much time do you think Ferris spent in the fucking Radio Shack devising all this shit? I mean,
none.
Because
I think he had a guy fucking deliver it for him because he's Ferris fucking Bueller.
You don't think?
Yeah.
You don't. I thought he was spending time in Radio Shack too much. I thought he was like in there messing with diodes.
I tell you right now, a crew from fucking Radio Shack that went to school with him came, delivered all that shit, set it up because he promised them a half hour of friend time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's like, you can be my friend now because he's manipulative.
Yeah. You can be my friend while Cameron's touring LA. How about that?
That's true. Yeah. He'd be my friend while
I'm
Cameron's
gonna
on
be bored that week.
that bus ride for Cameron. That sucked.
Alrighty.
All right. Yeah, that's
So,
great stuff. Go ahead.
But you and I have a couple of 6-packs, Dad. Mine for now is the Save Ferris on the Wrigley Field sign.
Because we're big Cubs fans, right?
Oh my God, what I wouldn't give to have my name on that marquee, man.
I can tell you how much you can give with happy birthdays. They have them,
my
and
God,
they
you can
send
do
you a
that.
picture. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
So you know what to get me for my
happy
birthday.
He's gonna have it say happy birthday, Save Ferris.
Yeah, there's a possibility that they might give a picture to a season ticket holder or something like that.
Do you think that they've ever done that at a game? Put Save
What?
Ferris up there for fun?
I'd have to say they have at some point. Probably on its 20th anniversary or something like that,
yeah.
or 25th, or something like
if
that.
If they haven't, fuck it, that would be brilliant.
They're coming up on their Is this movie going to be 40 years old?
Yep. What is it?
Holy
next year? Or?
And it was filmed in 85, released in 86.
Okay, so like 2 years.
It's going to be like in a few years. It's going to be 40 years old. Oh shit!
You're almost 50, right, Dad?
You old ass motherfucker.
You realize that when it turns 40, you'll turn 50, right? Or no, you'll be 52.
You realize you keep talking, you'll be in parts. Okay, so I got a 6-pack here, and and this is why I didn't want Bill Paxton in this role, because it's the faces on the garage attendants when they're in that car launching it. They are so fucking happy. They're having the best day, I believe. I think they had a better day than Ferris did, in my opinion. And for them, that's like their day, man. They had the day. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Anthony?
They got to run the shit out of a Ferrari that had like 4 miles on it.
True, but you don't know the facts about that car. I can give you some facts because, like I said, we were just doing some research prior to coming on. It was actually an MG midget chassis with a fiberglass Ferrari body. Like, it's a kit car is what it's called, a kit car. And so it's not really that. But we were just saying that, back in the day, if you were to make that car, it would cost way less than the original Ferrari, right? But because that particular one, I'm betting that particular car is worth like millions because it was in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The car just made me, I was going to bring this up earlier too. So we do know what Ferris's parents do. What the fuck do Cameron's parents do?
I don't know, but the mother's in Decatur. The mother and the father are out. I know the mother's in Decatur and the father's somewhere else when they're away on business. That I do know.
Fucking shit. Just that garage alone. Just fucking like
the elevated house on the mountain looking thing.
And we know that there was a second car in that garage that looked pretty nice. Why didn't they take that one where he wouldn't be
probably I said, Ferris was manipulative and he wanted all the glitz and glamour.
That's what he wants.
Yeah,
you're right. He wanted. Yeah, he was trying to. He
wanted the Ferrari, and he was gonna get it.
Okay.
And he got it.
Okay, now we are going to Chicago here not too long from now. Mm-hmm. We're gonna catch some baseball. Have a whole day there. We're gonna have a whole day. So, what is your perfect day if you were going to Chicago and you were gonna have the perfect day and you had to fit it all in? What would it be? What would your perfect day in Chicago be?
My perfect day in Chicago?
To a Cubs game. You can't include going to a Cubs game, I'm assuming. Because we already
you can if you want or not, whatever you want.
Well, I mean, if you're in Chicago, you got to see the Cubs if they're playing,
No, you don't.
Yes, you. Okay, shut up. Your team doesn't win.
I don't care. I don't want to go see the Cubs.
You don't want to see Wrigley Field at all?
I mean, I might for like a concert or something.
We've done that.
But my perfect day is just fucking eating. I want to go to all of the popular places to eat. That's what I want to do.
We've done a little bit of that.
I want to go and have 8 meals that day.
We're going to a new one too when we go.
We're going to go to one that's rated as one of the world's best pizzerias. It's called Pequod's. I've already actually put the reservation in so that way I didn't have an issue where we didn't get the time when we.
I don't want to do that. I want to go to Chez Louis.
It doesn't exist. But although
I want to go there. It should be
it actually was a real place. And do you want to know what other movie filmed a crazy scene in that particular restaurant? Do you have a guess, Anthony?
A crazy scene?
A Chicago-based movie with a crazy scene in a restaurant. You should know this.
Oh, I should, but hang on, let me think for a second.
I'll give you 1001. Is that fast enough?
No, slow down.
Okay.
1001.
A below 50.
He can't think of it. He's not smart.
Give up, Anthony. Just give up.
I don't ever give up.
Admit defeat.
I wish I did, because then I wouldn't be doing this fucking podcast. Hold on.
No, he's looking it up. Quit looking it up.
No, I'm not. I'm staring straight at. I'm not looking up anything. I'm just staring off into the fucking screen here. I'm thinking, you idiot.
I don't think he knows.
How am I looking anything up with my hands right here? I'm not even touching myself right now. I don't know. What is it?
Blues Brothers.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yes, the Blues Brothers, my friend.
great movie.
Now, my perfect day, I'm going to say, is probably get up, you get some breakfast at some local joint. Like he says, you're going to eat your way around Chicago, but then do some fun things in between.
Go to the Bean.
Might go to the Bean, go to the Field Museum, go to the Navy Pier, do
Botanical
those things.
Garden. It's free.
Do that. The art museum, the Chicago Art Museum, then go to Pequod's or some other pizza place. Like you said, eat around Chicago, have a great lunch at some sort of Italian chip beef sandwich place. Because if there's things you got to get in Chicago, it's Chicago style pizza and Italian chip beef, and a hot dog, a Chicago dog. Those are three things you got to eat your way around Chicago.
The Italian beef for sure. I would say actually. So here actually, this would be cool. Eat your way around Chicago while interspersed visiting all the places where they filmed Ferris.
That would be a good day. Or Running Scared, the movie. That one too had some good scenes in Chicago. But just thought, but she doesn't know that movie. But they also went to some interesting places that still exist. So that would be fun. I would like that.
Huh.
I like Chicago-based movies because
Obviously.
No, the best part though would be if I could have Jesus Christ, Vince Vaughn be my tour guide. Are you ready to see Chicago?
Yeah, that or Bill Murray. In the scene where they catch the baseball, our season tickets are a little bit up and to the left from that. A little bit up and to the left. Just thought I'd let you all know.
We could,
if you wanted to know.
Oh, if you just wanted to drop that we had the tickets.
Yeah, I wanted to drop that. He's
been waiting 20 years to get them, and he finally got them.
So he's gonna sit there, and he's just gonna be at the game waiting, thinking, that looks like Matthew Broderick.
No, he's not
He's
there.
recreating the Ferris Bueller scene. He's going to make you dress up like fucking Cameron, I guarantee.
No.
He's going to put you in a Red Wings jersey. And he's going to sit beside you.
That jersey is sick. I'd love that hockey jersey.
And it's who's on the back of it? Do you know who's on the back of it? Mr. Hockey himself, Gordie Howe. But we looked up a fact.
Shanahan.
But we looked up a fact. We have a fact on that. That Gordie Howe jersey he wore was actually one of Gordie Howe's jersey that he sent to him for the movie.
That's
So that one's worth money.
Mine's cooler because mine's black.
Well, yeah.
We've got the black Red Wings jersey. That's sweet.
Red Wings are to me like the it's kind of like I hate the Detroit Red Wings. Let's just say that.
That's my hockey team, so fuck you. Even though I'm not bad at hockey.
Yeah, who cares about hockey?
Do you know how many times I've seen you watching hockey? I can count them.
The fucking Cubs.
I can count them on my vagina. And you don't know why? Because I don't have one. So there you go.
That's what I just said. I'm not really into hockey anymore.
Yeah,
not my team.
Yeah, that was your team. You know why? Because back when you were into them, front runner,
still got
they were winning.
No, that's not why.
Yeah, they're called Hockey Town USA because they won the most championships.
Bitch, football's all I care about, and I've been a Cincinnati Bengals fan my whole fucking life. So don't tell me I'm a front runner.
Yes, you are, because the Bengals have always front run.
It makes no sense.
Okay, now I want to talk about some things here. I have a generic again because the parade. My generic at the parade is the lip syncing.
Okay,
I hate lip syncing in movies passed off as real singing because they're trying to pass it off, and it bothers me. You know how much it bothers me.
I know.
Yeah. But I love the scene in general. I just don't like that about it.
You don't like it. All of a sudden, you're supposed to suspend disbelief and think that Matthew Broderick is a Beatle.
Yeah, well, I wish.
Want to give the fun fact about that?
Paul McCartney actually liked the movie, but he didn't like that scene because they included the brass instruments on Twist and Shout. He didn't like it that they put that brass in there. And John Hughes was sorry that he offended a Beatle. He didn't mean to. He didn't want to offend a Beatle.
I could I could give a shit less if I offended a beetle. Like, let's.
Whoa.
Look,
yeah.
you can revere them, that's fine. But god damn it, if you offend one, it's not the end of the world.
I will agree in that.
True,
there are some things I'll
but-
agree with. I'm still going to eat meat, Paul. I'm sorry. This is how it is. Now, I want to take a moment for our favorite guy. I don't know. This might be one of your six packs, but Louis Anderson.
Mm-hmm. I already gave my 6-packs. So.
I miss the dude, and he could be a 6-pack in this movie. But the reason we miss him is because he was like our only verified follower on Instagram.
Good dude.
Like, serious.
And he passed away. I'm sad.
We get a celebrity follower, and we killed him.
We didn't kill him. He died of his own
follow
things.
us, you die.
No, I don't say that. Everyone will leave us.
Yeah, I'll unfollow you guys.
Like, if they haven't left us by now,
yeah.
They've had.
I'm just saying, but he had a great part in this movie. I like that. And we were talking about when the chick does the rhyme, headaches and the chill. I'm here to start the luck because I'm nervous. But I want to know, to the right and behind her is a guy in a mask. What's that dude there for?
Yeah.
What's that scene? I don't understand that whole scene. You got the guy in the Hawaiian shirt. You got Louis Anderson, the chick in the nurse outfit, but then the guy in the mask holding something.
Security.
Yeah, right. I don't know, man.
Well, what I want to know is what would have happened if Ferris had been home to answer the door for that.
Oh my god.
See, and this is where he has Sloane and he wants to marry her, but would he have restored his pluck is what I want to know.
Ferris is
He also flirts with other people in the movie.
He's got hella side chicks.
Yeah, well.
When he was running through the backyards and he ran back to say hi to the ladies tanning.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm Ferris.
Or he's a man of the people.
He's networking. That's what he does.
He's a man of the people. What can you say?
When we talked earlier about how does everybody know and love Ferris, shit like that. He networks.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't already know him.
I want to know who sent that nurse to fuck him too.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, we never get that, but we know who sent like the flowers.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. Yeah, that's probably you're right. That they should have somehow ran. Did he get his candygram or whatever?
Yeah, just get his thing.
Did he get my delivery?
Although I want to say that the thing about Ferris is like everyone knows him, and he asks himself, "Who the hell am I?" And like, who the hell are you? Everyone knows who the hell you are. That's what is up with you, man. That's why you're getting stripper grams. I mean, come on.
You have a full doorway of flowers, your name on the marquee, your name on the water tower. Like,
you have a computer, man.
Now, kiddo, you have a thing where because they're talking about the future.
Okay,
and you have
as a recent high school graduate, I just finished my first year in college. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
You use the phrase "let's go" on my podcast. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Let's go. I'm gonna start using that now. I didn't know it annoyed you, but it's good stuff. Let's go.
Anyway, when they're talking about the future, they only have a few months till they graduate. I'm assuming, and they start talking about, well, where are you going to? Like, what are you going to do in college? Do they not know where they're going to college? Like,
yeah,
the application, they should have already committed to one by this point. Like, they should know what they're doing.
These are rich white people who probably can do what they want.
Right. They don't have to decide until like a week before.
And then they'll get fit in because they can buy their way
in.
in.
Get it done.
Some poor person who got in will get bumped so that Ferris can get in there and manipulate his way around campus.
Yeah. Ferris has probably already been recruited by every fucking Ivy League school in the country.
Ferris probably already has a degree that he digitally created on his computer. And somehow he's gone to Harvard, and he's going to grad school when he goes. Wherever he's going, he's just...
There's going to be a minority that loses their spot in college because of Ferris.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say that.
Yeah, I got some things I want to say here. One is we were talking about Charlie Sheen's character, and I want to say before this movie, he really hadn't done much. He had only done like Red Dawn, and that's pretty much it. And then Lucas came out the same year as this. And then after that, he blew up. We have Platoon and Wall Street and so on. We talked about The Chase.
The Chase.
Big movie. Men at Work. He did a lot of great things after this. So this is kind of like, I would say, a stepping stone.
Men at Work. I love that you throw Men at Work in there.
That's a good movie.
You fucking idiot.
Emilio Estevez, him and his brother.
I know, but you're an idiot. He did a lot of good stuff after that. Men at Work.
Men at Work. I mean, Men at Work. We're going to do that someday. But the classic thing from that, never touch another man's fries. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's where that's from?
Yes, that is where that's from.
You've been telling me all my life.
Yes, that is where that's from. Never touch another man's fries.
That had nothing to do with the movie. That had nothing to do with the movie, though. That's just your dad saying, don't touch my fries.
For real.
But in that movie, the guy's really scary, and he's gonna kill him if he touches fries. Yeah. Now, I would also, we're getting towards the end here. This is a coming of age movie. I think it's supposed to be, but I think the only two people that come of age in this are Cameron and Jeannie, because they're the only ones who actually grow in any meaningful way. Ferris stays Ferris. Sloane
just as dumb as she was in the beginning.
But she still has a year of high school left.
Yeah.
Which makes him like 17.
So Ferris is going to be robbing the
statutory. Is that what you're saying?
A little bit.
Depends. We don't know state laws. We're not going to get into
not in the 80s, but
Well, he might not be having sex with her because he's having sex with everybody else, including Christy Swanson.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Cameron, he grows a backbone, and that's what he does. He he learns to say fuck it, and I'm going to stand up for myself. Okay, so I got some 6-packs I want to throw out because I have some that we haven't gotten to. I have a 6-pack.
We're only like 27 6-packs deep so far, so yeah, get some more.
Okay, 6-pack, trashing the car, and the look on Cameron's face when it's happening, knowing he massively effed up. And it seems like after that is when it calmed him, and when he realized, okay, I'm going to be okay now. Like he's willing to take the heat. It's just nothing he can do.
Literally not. It's out of his hands.
It's done. I'm going to have a chat with Warren. We are going to get this shit sorted out.
But
he did remember.
Yeah,
he remembered the name.
Yeah,
I do remember shit.
But this is also when we noticed he's wearing a suspender and belt. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, he looked nerdy with the suspenders, and then he pointed out he's wearing a belt too. Like, come on, pick one.
My next 6-pack or 12-pack, whatever you want to call it, the race home, running through the yards, the music, the police chasing Jeannie, the old lady in the way of the father, all of it. The whole race home. I like
the
that.
Old lady, that drives me nuts.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I swore it was just an old, middle-aged man in a wig with some makeup on. It did not look like an old lady.
No, that was she was a person who'd been in other movies. I think at the time you would have understood who that was because you would have seen her around in other movies looking that way.
I would tell you when we always talk about like recasting roles.
Yeah.
If that had been the Where's the Beef lady, fucking perfect.
That's what I said. I said that
probably
was the Where's the Beef lady. You just can't see her face. It probably is. And I want to say that another 6-pack I have, when they finally finish the race and the mothers tell them what happened with the Vermont deal, the father says, I think we should shoot her. I think we should shoot her. I mean, that's funny.
It's just deadpan. It's perfect.
Yeah. Now, a couple things. Rooney, at the end there.
Well, I don't want to talk about him anymore.
Okay.
Now that I know what I know.
Because he was going to mention the bus scene.
But I'm going to say this, but you don't have to chime in. Rooney, the problem with Rooney is that he was right from the start, but his own ego got in his way. I think that happened to a lot of these people. And because he assaulted Jeannie, she saves Ferris. If he'd have just done the right thing, what you should do is just sit there and wait and watch and tell the parents, none of this happens. Nothing happens.
Yeah, not break and entering into their house, like,
and assaulting a young lady who obviously trained at the same dojo as Danielson.
Oh God, yeah, she Cobra Kai'd the fuck out of him.
Yeah, she trained with him. That's all I can say. And I want to say this: I wish I was loved enough to have that many flowers in my house when I got home every day.
Wow.
That would be.
If you want me to buy you flowers, just tell me.
My thing is, how did they all get in there?
Exactly.
I want to know how they all got in the house, but I'm not going to.
Can't get in the house after waiting there all day. How did the flowers get in there?
Plot hole.
Now I have one final 6-pack because Anthony's run out, and
because I used my allotment. I don't. I follow the rules. You don't.
I had one. I followed the rules as well. Well, I had two. Never mind.
Do you have any other things, kiddo, that you needed to say for Six Pack? No, you don't on here.
I don't.
Six Pack, life moves pretty fast. I love that line. It's something you use. And he actually said it in this thing I was watching before we got on YouTube, because there was a reunion. Josh Gad did a reunion during the pandemic between him and Alan Ruck. And he goaded him into saying, life moves pretty fast if you don't look around once in a while.
Yeah, that's a great line.
He actually said that. So I got to hear that again. So that's always nice. I think that's a great line. It's great. And I also want to say, at this point, at the end of the movie, it's hard to watch the Rooney bus scene in light of the real life events. That's what I was going to say.
I didn't put this as my generic, but I want to know, both of you, like, your thoughts on Ferris Bueller's baby talk with his fucking parents.
Oh my god, I mentioned this throughout the whole movie.
Okay. She commented on this over and over. Why does he do that?
I think this is part of his manipulative little self.
It is, but it's so fucking bad.
No, his parents said, "How did you get to be this sweet?" And he said, "Well, I had a lot of practice." I was like, "Yeah, practice because you're faking it." Like, what do you mean?
Get you some soup.
Like thank you, mommy.
If you are a fucking parent and your fucking senior in high school kid is talking like that, you need to reevaluate your entire fucking life.
He's missed more than 9 days. That's what that means. He's missed more than 9.
Not if you check the computer, he didn't.
Now, I also like to say that I like the very ending scene of this movie.
Of course,
iconic. Throughout the whole thing. Go home.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Go home. I love that. That is great. The original post credits and his little
shuffle.
Or shimmy gate is what I'll call it. Little shimmy. So that movie's awesome. Let's get down to it. We're getting into memorabilia. Anthony, you up first. Let's see what you got.
I want the sweater vest.
Oh, taking it right out of my dad's.
Fucking
no. I'm not going with that one. I'm not going with the vest.
You going with the jacket?
I'm going with the ensemble. I want the beret, the sunglasses, and the jacket. Like the whole ensemble he had there. I will take that and I'll put that on my mannequin, and I'd be very happy. What do you got, kid?
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine what you would do with that mannequin afterwards.
I would tape your picture to it.
People come over to see it. Oh, don't touch it. It's still wet.
I'll tape your picture to it, and around your lips, I'll just write "dirty mouth."
So okay, mine.
He's serious too.
What do you think I would take? Because I'm not gonna take the clothes. I'm not gonna.
Hold on,
like the little knickknacks.
I know you like the knickknacks. I was gonna say.
You got it.
He can't read the notes. Is he in the notes?
I'm not in the notes. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
So
you really are trying to guess.
I'm trying to do this legit.
Come on already.
Rabbit's foot on the keychain.
No, that is a good one.
That's good though.
That is a good one though.
That was my try.
Good.
No, I want the baseball.
Oh, duh, yeah.
Freaking caught at Wrigley.
Yep.
And then he used it to save the day at the end.
Yep.
That would have been really cool.
If you could get that signed by Matthew Broderick and certified,
oh my God.
Would be. Yeah.
Like I have a baseball that we got, but it's nothing cool as that.
I wonder where that's at or who has that.
That baseball? Oh yeah.
I'm betting that's the John Hughes family or whoever owns that, all that stuff.
I think you need the combo though. You need the glove too.
Oh
yeah. To hold it. Yeah, I always thought maybe that mannequin that was in his bed's kind of cool.
Thought about that too.
Here we go. You want the mannequins again? Oh, dude, it's a CPR dummy, isn't it?
It's
a full mannequin.
It's like a wooden mannequin.
Yeah, it's like a wooden. Where did he get that?
It's Ferris. He knows. He got it from a professor at Chicago U, probably.
I'll tell you right now, if you actually could tour Ferris Bueller's room and go in his closet, I can't even imagine what you would find in there.
Yeah,
I guess that is a thing. There are bloggers who have gone on and inventoried all the items in his room. So if you go on Google, I'm sure if you search, you can find inventory of all of the items in his room, the posters, all the shit that people look at. So I think that would be interesting. I didn't go and do that. I'm sorry, I didn't get that deep on the research. I'm sorry, I didn't do that.
Fail.
So anyways, we're at the part of this where we're going to rate this thing up And I think this time it is Anthony's turn first, or do you want to let the guest go first?
Let the guest go first.
Okay. Okay, Bubbles, give us your rating.
Okay. Let the dog go.
Alrighty. So,
Alyssa can go.
I am going to give this movie either a 22 and a half or a 23.
Either. You should have had this
No,
ready.
pick one. Pick one.
22.
22. It's not even. It's not any of the options you gave us. Go ahead.
I said 22 and a half or 23, I thought.
Yeah, and you said 22 as your. Then you went 22. So there you go.
I want to have a half point.
It's a 22. It's already in the spreadsheet. You can't change it.
Yeah, 22.
There you go.
Okay, it's why. Well, it doesn't matter.
Because he's a manipulative little whiny baby, but that it helps his character. It's how he does everything, and sometimes I can't deal with it.
Okay.
All right.
You're up, Coach Cheese.
I give it a 20. It's a 20.
A 20?
Oh, okay.
Why?
You were
he's fucking pissed because I didn't give it a 24. Like, he's fucking irritated I didn't give it a 24. It's a fucking 20.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, well, I'm going to give it, I'm going to tell you why first before I rate it.
For you. There you go. 24.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. No, I haven't even said my rating, so you can't.
It's going to be a 24.
But I'm going to say this. This movie is brilliant from front to back. It does have a couple things that bother me. The first one is the lip syncing. I just can't stand it. And the fact that a character in it was later busted for the child pornography. I can't get around it. It hurts a movie, even if the movie would have been perfect when I saw it. So this isn't going to be a 24 movie. It's a brilliant movie. I love the movie. But it is you know what? Just for that, it's 22 and a half.
Oh, you fucking idiot. I gave it 20 before I even knew about the whole kiddie porn stuff, so.
I knew about it going into it, so that tainted my view.
I didn't know about it until he mentioned it.
So
because I think you guys should do your own fucking research. That's what I think.
I'm gonna stick with the score I gave it.
You go dance with the girl you brought to the party, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Taking Christy Swanson to the prom.
You wish.
And she's leaving me for Ducky.
Right,
so average between me and Dingleberry is 21.25. And then average that in with Alyssa's, it's still something like that.
Yeah.
Because he has a 5th grader.
It's a little higher.
What does it what is this because this is a stratosphere for us. There are not a lot of movies that average in the 20s for us. So what do we got? What else?
I would say what else we got 20 or above. Just going through here. Nightmare on Elm Street's a 20. Thanks to me, not you fucking idiot. Office Space.
What did I give it?
What
did I give Nightmare?
16.
Okay, yeah.
Office Space is a 22.
I gave that a 20, I bet.
You did. I gave it a 24. Anything else here? 20 or above. Big, 21.5. Toy Story,
good movie.
21.5. Just missing the cut, Major League at 19.75.
Because of me, right?
Because of you. Batman 89, 20.75. Princess Bride, 20.25. Clerks, 21.25.
You're missing one.
I'm not done yet, dipshit.
Oh, okay.
Harry Met Sally, 21. Christmas Story, 23. Pretty Woman, 21.
Oh, brilliant movie.
Rocky Horror, 21.5.
Yes, Rocky Horror is the best.
Trainspotting, 22.
I mean, our list of 20s, if you go and watch all these movies, you will be entertained.
Be entertained.
Stand By Me.
Goonies, 20.75.
Not because of me. I think I gave it less than 20.
Which one? Goonies?
Yeah.
You gave it 19.5.
Yeah.
Barely less than 20.
But I did.
21.5 for Breakfast Club. Is that what you were waiting for?
No, I was waiting for Stand By Me. Where is that at?
That Thing You Do, 22.5.
That Thing You Do is awesome.
And Dazed and Confused, 22.5.
Brilliant. These are all brilliant movies. I can see why they're 20s.
So
it's like you'd be like, it's like the Hall of Fame of movies.
That was it. Where is Stand By Me?
I thought maybe it wasn't 20s. I guess maybe I was wrong.
No, it was though.
I thought it was 21.
Hold up. Stand By Me, yeah, it was 23.
23.
Oh, wow.
Like
I must have just missed it because it was sandwiched between Son-in-Law and She's All That.
I always use Stand By Me as my calibration point because it's so good that I can say, does this make me feel as good is that movie when I give it the score, and that's how I look at it.
I've never seen that movie.
Well, it's brilliant. You should watch it.
Yeah. If you watched
So
it
all
with
this
me, maybe
shit
I would.
That you've introduced your daughter to, and she hasn't seen that movie.
Hey, man, I've done a lot. I've done a lot of work here. I've given her a lot of things.
Most. Okay. I had to show my friend Ferris Bueller's Day Off for the first time, and she is almost 20, okay? He has done more than most.
Think about this. Zennials have parents that
I don't know
show
why
them.
you're sticking up for him, but whatever.
Because I
Because
do
he's
a
my
good
father.
job.
Because he lets you live at home during the summers now?
That's her mother. I don't have a choice. but I do.
The fact that
I
she
would.
lets you live in the
Puts me
basement.
back on this podcast when I tell him I want to do it.
That's correct.
Well, that
So
doesn't matter. You can be on podcast anytime you want. I'm giving you permission.
Yeah, true.
that's
You
That's
are
true.
a better co-host than what I'm working with.
right. So yeah, because she delivered all the facts. It wasn't me who did the research.
I don't care about
Anyways,
that.
Reminded
got
you of
better
some of them,
opinion.
okay?
yeah,
Alrighty.
yeah, you did.
She
But
sticks to the fucking rules of the show.
we're a team, and it's just how it works. So me and you are a team, and her and I are a team, and together we are the dream team. So that's it. This is everything.
Yeah.
What do you have anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Go home
Me?
already.
Me?
What are you still doing
Yes.
here?
There you go. Show's over.